Hi, I'm Jade Mallard with Rams Review, and we're at the Siegel Center talking to a few people about what it's like to wait in line for the big VCU-ODU matchup tonight. What time did you guys get here to wait in this line?
We got here at about 5:30, and this line is absurd. This is my senior year. I've never seen one like this before.
Last season, did you have to turn away as many students as we've had this season?
We usually have to turn away for the Old Dominion game and homecoming, and this year we had to turn some away for the Richmond game. But I think the Final Four made it that much more of an event. Students want to come, all the freshmen on campus, they watched it on TV last year, and I want to experience that. What's it like?
So what time did you get here to get this close to the front of the line?
I got here about 4 o'clock, so I've been here for, 2.5 hours now?
Why is this game so much more important for you to try to get front row seats than any other game this season?
Because it's ODU. It's the biggest game of the year. Huge rivalry, and it's going to be a great game. You got to have great seats to a great game.
What time did you guys get in line to stand in the regular student admission?
5 o'clock.
What kind of seats are you guys hoping to get once you get into the Siegel Center?
Any seats will do. Best seat in the house is in the student section.
How do you feel about so many more students coming out this season?
It's unbelievable, isn't it? We're blown away most of the time by how many students come to games. There's over 350 colleges that play college basketball across the country, and I'd say there's less than probably 20 that have the amount of students come to their games that we have coming to our games.
Do you think student fans affect the game at all?
I think they absolutely affect the game. Are you kidding me? Coach Smart says all the time they make a huge difference in what we do and being in the end zones and standing up and making noise.
Hi, I'm Jade Mallard with Rams Review. I'm here at the Men's Basketball Media Day with college basketball insider for CBS Sports Network, John Rothstein. How many media days are you going to cover?
As little as possible, to be honest with you. Media days, you get the State of the Union for every team you're going to see, but practices and talking to coaches, I think, is where you really get the nuts and bolts of what you're going to cover this season. But, everybody's always optimistic in October and early November because everybody's undefeated.
You've stated that Juvonte Reddic is going to be a high-impact player for our team. What makes you point him out as a key leader?
Well, when you look at the way VCU structures their offense, at least last year in the Colonial League, Shaka Smart would routinely, 3 minutes into each half, substitute DJ Haley out of the game, and Juvonte Reddic would be the sole low-post player on the floor with 4 perimeter players. Even though they're going to jump up a level to the Atlantic 10, I still think you're going to see that formula quite a bit. So since he is going to be the player on the interior that's going to be logging most of the minutes, his production will be pivotal if VCU has a chance to get back to the NCAA tournament.
How do you see VCU as a team faring against the new conference, the Atlantic 10, up against those bigger teams?
They've been very successful against the Atlantic 10 the last couple of years, but this is not the Atlantic 10 that we remember. The league is at a higher level than it's ever been. I think there's a number of teams that could play to the second weekend of the NCAA tournament. I'm real curious to see how VCU's style works against teams this high of a caliber, especially when they have time to prepare. Sometimes when you go against the Havoc style in a short turnaround like we saw in the last couple of years of the NCAA tournament, it catches you off guard a little bit, but right now, moving forward over the course of a season, things could be different.
2012-13 basketball season steadily approaching. It is time to talk key players for the Rams. Junior forward Juvonte Reddic is drawing a lot of attention nationally as well as within the Ram community. He has been named a high-impact player by John Rothstein of CBS Sports Network, as well as being named the most talented by the Rams' very own Coach Shaka Smart. All the positive predictions for Reddic give him plenty of motivation to enhance his game as well as have a career-defining season.
He is the most talented guy that we have. I would say, other than Larry, he's probably, maybe Jamie. They're different, but probably the most talented guy we've had since I've been here.
It's motivation, being at my past few years here at VCU, my confidence level hasn't been the greatest, but, being that people think I'm such a talented player motivates me and builds my confidence. So, I'm just going to go out there and play my game and, just help my team as a player.
Reddic is not only concerned with his personal accomplishments this season, but holds an overall high standard for the whole team's transition into the Atlantic 10.
My expectations for the season, I feel like we can be the best team VCU's ever had. We also have high expectations for ourselves, so I feel like we can make a big step this year.
Last season, the junior forward reached double digits in 9 games for rebounds, double digits in points 17 times, and finished the season as one of 3 Rams scoring over double figures at 10.3 points per game. His performance last season has critics and coaches comparing him to the frame and ability of former Ram Larry Sanders, who is one of VCU's leading players in rebounds.
I don't really compare myself to anybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm Juvonte Reddic, there's only one me. So I don't really pay too much attention to people comparing me to other players.
In the course of 2 seasons, Reddic has put on about 40 pounds, no doubt making him a better contender up against some of the bigger and more physical teams in the Atlantic 10.
I think it's going to help me a lot. You know, being that we're going into the Atlantic 10, they got a lot more physical and bigger guys. So being me that put on a lot of weight, it's going to help me a lot. You know, being able to push players around and grab rebounds and score in the post.
Not only has Reddic caught the attention of national critics and coaches, but he has also earned the respect and support of his teammates.
He means a lot to this team. We just got to push him to his potential. We just got to make sure he's getting better every day and not taking days off.
Junior forward Juvonte Reddic is mentally prepared and has the ability to take the Rams to another championship. Coach Smart states all that is left is execution.
I think he's set up to have a terrific year, but now he's got to go out and do it.
Sanders inside to Burgess. Burgess looking for space, spins, puts it up with the right hand, off the window, and good. Kicks out though to Burgess. Senior with the three. You betcha! Bullseye Burgess!
Bradford Burgess has the most consecutive starts of any active player in the NCAA. This season alone, he has earned the honor of CAA Player of the Week twice. But for Burgess, it's not all about personal achievement.
You know, just being able to win at a high level, you know, winning conference championships, Final Fours, you know, CBI my sophomore year, you know, just the fan base that we have, it's been a great opportunity, and you know, it's an experience that, you know, I can't forget.
The senior grew up in Midlothian, Virginia, with Mila and Keith Burgess, making him VCU's very own celebrity on campus.
I don't look at him like that as the hometown hero. I look at him as just my little firstborn son, and that's how I'm just proud of him for being Bradford, not necessarily the hometown hero.
Burgess returns for his senior year, no longer a supporting player, but now he is the main leader for a young team.
Coming into the year that it was going to be an adjustment for Brad. He's never really had to be the main guy, the Batman, if you want to say.
With Bradford, he just brings a lot of leadership, and he never lets guys come out of themselves.
Have you seen him grow over the 4 years playing for VCU?
Yes, I have. I've seen him grow, of course. Now, watching him as the only senior on the team and showcasing his leadership skills, and so it's been wonderful to watch him grow. And he's really grown into I would say as a proud mom, a phenomenal young man.
What are you going to miss most when he leaves next year?
Just having like a vocal leader, but like he's a great teammate. Bradford's like a big brother. And I mean, just like not even on the court, but off the court, just always there for us.
Having played under 2 coaches, Burgess has made a lasting impression on current coach Shaka Smart.
I think Brad was the best player on last year's team.
We would fall apart if he wasn't in the game, not just because he's our best scorer, but also because he holds everything together from a communication standpoint.
Playing under Shaka Smart, what is the most important lesson that you think you take away?
It's so many lessons, you know. I can't just pick one, but you know, just the whole experience. You know, we have a connection that, you know, has been helpful on and off the court.
As Burgess finishes his senior season, his younger brother Jordan is ready to take the reins and continue the Burgess legacy.